Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'll be honest, there's a handful of things that I really don't like about this quarantine time. But the more and more I've thought about it, it does give us some really useful opportunities. Like, for example, right now, I'm not wasting any of your day on a Sunday. I'm not wasting any extra day of the week. It's only taken 30 minutes from the comfort of your home. You don't even have to leave. You can sit in your office, on your couch, on the front porch. Like Rachel, listen, it's a nice night outside. Why not? There's a handful of things I really like about this quarantine, and it's starting to grow on me. Now, truthfully, I am struggling incredibly hard with not having any human interaction. I love my wife, and I'm pretty sure she loves me. But this amount of time together, it's stressing us both out, without a doubt. We both need other human beings and other personal interactions. And so before we go into any of the things that I want to talk about, I want to first give out an award, okay? And I want to start meeting maybe every other week, maybe every couple weeks, just so we can stay connected. Truthfully, I need the human interaction. So that's part of why I'd like to meet with you, even if it's just for 30 minutes even if it's a different night of the week while you're eating. Listen, Taylor, keep eating. It's fine. I'm going to be doing the same here in just a minute, okay? But I want to spend some time together, but I want to start giving out awards every time we come together and honoring some of you who are just kicking butt at being awesome youth leaders. Jace, what a beautiful face you have, man. It's just amazing. Our award for tonight, and our award winner is going to win dinner for their family. Yeah. And winner of our Perfect Attendance Award, that was Megan came up with the name. The Perfect Attendance Award is going to go to Miss Whitney Bennett. And here's why. Before we even had this corona quarantine occasion, Whitney had gone to 2 different student plays and performances. Now, for those of you who've never been, that means that she wasted literally hours of her life, and they were pretty good. Honestly, not all of them are bad, but not all student performances are just Broadway musicals, if I can say that. I mean, that's enough. But she did, and not only that, she's been on every single Sunday morning, every single Wednesday night. She completes all of her daily devotions along with her students, and I know for sure that she's connected with her students outside. So, Whitney, you will be, as soon as we get off of here, I'll text you what night of the week you would like, but I will buy dinner for you and your family as a thank you for what you're doing because, and this is why I want to honor you for it, connection is our number one goal for the year. Man, when we started out this year, our number one goal is to get connected to every student. Now, I know right now things are wilding out and crazy, but connection is still just as important as it was when we started out. In fact, truthfully, right now, it's more important than it was at the beginning of the year because our students are not getting connected to anyone. In fact, and this just goes to show you the world that we are living in and the world that our students are plugged into right now. Not even 10 minutes ago, I was on my phone. 20 minutes ago now, I was on my phone on Instagram and an ad popped up. And I'm normally pretty quick to catch on to inappropriate sayings normally. And I'm trying to read the crazy font that this thing had. And I thought, there's no way that this says what I think it says. But it is a wildly inappropriate ad that just popped up on my Instagram. I've never seen it before. I've never had anything inappropriate. They have pretty strict standards on Instagram. But even for me, again, who doesn't spend my entire day, I spend a lot of time on it. I spend some time. But not my entire day. Our students are spending way more time on Instagram than I am. That means that they're seeing the same things that I am. And that means if one inappropriate ad pops up and they don't delete it like I did, and report that it's inappropriate, and I think that I can't believe that it actually came through, then it's going to pop up again and again and again, and that's what our students are being exposed to. So human connection, godly human connections, moms and dads like you are, aunts and uncles, your relationship with your student is more important now than ever because right now, they may not have any or any good relationships. They're cut off from their friends. They're cut off from all the fun things that they do. So what do they have left? Well, they have this, and this is an incredibly dangerous device. They have loneliness because there's no one around, or because some of them live in just terrible situations. And they need you. They need the moms, the dads, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, the men and women of God to be in their lives making a difference. Now, one thing that I'm going to begin to use because I thought it was clever, and I was talking to you earlier about doing drive-bys. We did a drive-by last night, which we're going to get back to in a moment. But one of our board members did a drive-by by my house, and he changed some verbiage that I want us to change and I want us to be thinking about. Because everywhere you look, including on the floor, all over Walmart, at any place that you go, at QT, they have stickers on the floor that say proper social distancing, stay this far apart. It's social distancing. Well, one of our board members, he works in human resources, and he said their business has changed the verbiage that they are using. They want people in their business to stay physically distanced, right, not socially distanced.
Yep.
In fact, I want us to change our verbiage. We may have to be being forced to be physically distant from one another, but social connection is more important than it ever has been. So just because we are physically distant doesn't mean that we can't socially connect. I want to make it our goal as leaders, and I need your help. I need your help to connect with our students. I would love to tell you that I have relationships with them all and that all of them text me everything that's going on, and that, like we hang out and I have all my Zooms with all of our students. I don't. I would love to. And, but there's no way. There's no way. But between all of us, we stop working in addition. If I meet with a handful of students, I'm adding one by one, by one, by one, by one. But if we interact with our students, if we connect with them somehow, we start building in exponents. And when you add an exponent, it multiplies. If we all hang out with one person, that's 20 of our students that hang out with. That's a fifth of our youth group, which means if all of us just hang out with 5 kids in a week or just say hey to 5 kids, we've hit everybody. That's how easy it is. But it's so important right now when our students may be physically distant from everyone around them for us to be socially connected to them. And this is why, calls, text, you getting on Zoom. And listen, I know you probably feel the same way I do about all of this technology and being forced to do everything from my home. I hate it. I hate social medias. I hate having to use them. I am pretty tech savvy, but that doesn't mean that I want to live my whole life through my computer and through my phone, if I'm honest with you. But right now, this is the world that we live in. This is an avenue, a tool that we have been given. And we can use it or we can, forget about it. We can get caught up in whatever else we have going on. I want to challenge you. Use every avenue that you have available. Connect with your students through calls. I know that a text, somebody shoot me a text, it means a ton. But when somebody calls me, and I'll use my wife's boss as an example. He's a great care person. He loves taking care of people. There will be the rare occasion where he'll shoot us a text, but I can't tell you how many times he'll give me a call, and I'll tell you this. Anytime BJ Dumond gives me a call, we are never on the phone for more than a minute and a half. And it's literally something silly like, hey, Brady boy, I just wanted to tell you, I was thinking about you. Have a good day. That's it. But you know what? That silly 1.5 minutes, that 27 seconds that he spends with me, it makes a difference because he didn't have to do that. A text is easy. And I want you to know, I appreciate John McNally, who just like a great friend is always reaching out through text right now while I'm talking to that means so much to me. John, I would love to actually call you after this so we can connect, man. But listen, I want us to connect. I know in my head, I keep thinking, and if I'm a small group leader, I got 20 students. I got to make 20 calls in a week. Most of their students are not going to answer their phone. But if they hear a 27-second voicemail that just says, hey, I love you. I hope you're having a great week. Let me know if I can pray with you about anything. That's one step above anyone else in their life who's calling them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, nobody else is calling them. Their best friends are not calling them.
Oh, here he is.
We can make a difference. So right now, please use everything at your disposal. Every technology. Man, you want to write letters? I'll buy you stationery. You want to use, if you want to, I know like some of our small groups, like especially our high school girls, man, we were talking about it yesterday. Our small group time that we have on Wednesday, the 12 minutes that we have, that we've been doing, it's not enough time. Hang on one second, Miss Sharon, and I'll come right to you. Give me 1 second. If you want to use my login for Zoom, it has an unlimited time limit. Man, we can schedule it out. You guys can all use it. You can't run more than one meeting at a time, I found out today. But, man, you can use it anytime. And I want it to be used. Man, so let me help you any way I can. Miss Sharon?
I forgot. Oh, back to the like the award thing for dinners. How are we to let you know what we are doing with the students? Like, for instance, Tamika and I have gone to a few birthday parties with a group of, how do we let you know? Because you're not probably aware of what we're doing.
Honestly, that's totally true. Truthfully, I really want to start meeting a lot more.
And Kim.
Doing these Zoom calls. Man, you can let me know then. If you want to shoot me a text, man, you're more than welcome to. Honestly, I want to treat you guys the way I like to be treated. I don't like it when somebody's hovering over my shoulder and telling me, hey, I want to make sure that you hung out with these 14 people. Send me a list of all the 14 people and when you did it and document what they said. Truthfully, that's not my style. I like it when somebody says, hey, will you do this? And then they leave it to me to do that. I want to treat you the same. Man, I want to leave it in your court, man, because truthfully, I don't know what this quarantine has done to some of your schedules. Some of you may be more busy than ever. Some of you may have more time than you've ever had in your life because, man, you may not have any work to go to. And I know that this time can be rough. But that's why I don't want, man, you don't have to do everything at any specific time. I just want us, if we are all reaching out to students, then there's nobody who's going to slip through the cracks. And if we all make it a point to reach out to them, then we know that every single member of our family is connected and they're connected to a person. So again, however you want to let me know, I'm grateful for it. And truthfully, I love being able to brag on you to our staff. And we do. Every Tuesday morning, we meet as a staff. And Felipe sat in on more than one of our staff meetings. We brag on anything and everything. In fact, the longest portion of our staff meeting, besides actually praying for needs and people, is us celebrating what our church has done. So celebrating the fact that Whitney has been at every single thing and going to plays and stuff. The fact that Tamika and Sharon are organizing a drive-by birthday party for Alex Green last night. Man, I want to celebrate you. So if you let me know, I'm just going to use it to brag on you, and you can win stuff. So that's the ways and how. So if you want to shoot me a text, you can shoot me an email. But again, I want to leave it. I want you to do with it what you will. I don't. Again, there's not a specific way in time. Let's see. So sorry, I'm looking through my notes. I had one more thing. Oh, I will say this, and this is something that Megan and I are going to be doing this week. We want to, truthfully, again, I'm telling you, this is the depth of my boredom, okay? I want to hang out with you, even if it is just through a drive-by. So this week, sometime this week, probably later, Friday and Saturday, man, we want to come and we want to do drive-bys by all your houses and give you gifts, okay? Because we want to. Truthfully, last night, I realized, it's a ton of fun. I had a ton of fun, and Mr. Arnold, I hope you're not offended by what I'm about to say, okay? But Tamika and Sharon and myself and a few others, we did a drive-by birthday party for Alex Green by her house. All right, Tamika organized, asked students to be there, and it took all of, I think, grand total 5 minutes.
To drive by.
I know, and I think that Arnold would attest to it. I think it meant more to Alex than a million Wednesday nights ever could have.
Absolutely.
I didn't have to. Even if it was just for a minute, and even if Tamika had to decorate my car and put stuff in it made a difference. Man, that connection, even though I didn't spend time, honestly, I didn't get out of my truck. We got a baby at home. I'm not about to be hanging around all you people because y'all can have the corona and we don't know. So, but really, even those small things, they make a difference. So here's what we are going to do, man. And then again, I want to challenge you, but I want to equip you and I want to give you an opportunity to do so. Megan and I are going to bring each and every one of you gifts. Because again, one, we want to see your face, and truthfully, I want to get out of my house, and I want to bless you for what you have been doing, because I know each one of you has been reaching out. Your phones are on when your students call. But we also want to bring you some gifts for your students. And I want to give you an opportunity to connect with them. And in fact, Megan's been working the past 2 days of breaking down all of our small groups and all of the students that we have actual addresses for, where we're just going to drop a bag off at their house. If they're home, great. If not, we dropped a bag at their house that says, hey, we love you. Sign in to Zoom on Wednesday night and hang out with us. But we're going to print out an entire map where it's literally going to be drawn up for you, all the stops that you can make. Because again, I want to give you an opportunity. And you can do it as a family. I mean, you can do it by yourself. You can do it if you're bored. You can do it late at night. It's going to be totally on you. But I want to give you a chance to connect with your students. Man, on a Wednesday night, I give you half of our service because I believe in the importance of our small groups. Man, I want to give you an opportunity to connect with them. So this week, we're going to go to everybody's house. Again, we're going to be at your house at some point. And we're going to either leave stuff on your doorstep or we'll honk as we drive by and we'll wave from the window. But man, we want to give you an opportunity to connect with your students. The last thing that I want to share with you or want to say to you is this. I am grateful for each and every one of you. I know that some of you, your lives are being turned upside down by this virus, your jobs. Some of you, you've lost your jobs. Some of your family members have lost their jobs. Some people are sick. We've had members of our church family that have passed away. This is the wildest time in all of history, in all of the history, truthfully, that we may ever experience. Man, I'm grateful for what you're doing. Even though things are crazy and you may be busy or you may be like me, you have a lot of time right this second. I want you to know I'm thankful for what you do. Thankful for the investment in our students' lives. You are making a difference. And I want to tell you right now, you are more important than ever. Yes, we may not be able to meet together, but your connection to our students is more valuable and can change their eternity now more than ever, because what you do now goes far beyond the walls of our church. Again, us showing up at Alex's house last night, I truthfully think that that's way more valuable and makes a bigger relational investment than 1,000 Wednesday nights.
Yep.
Because we were where we didn't have to be when we didn't have to be there, but we were there. Mm-hmm. And as my youth leader, my mentor used to always say, he who spends the most time wins. Man, if God's people are the ones spending the time with them, then we win. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of other ungodly people in an ungodly world out there that are spending all the time that they can with them. Man, let's make a difference. Man, let's reach out. If you're able, and I know your work schedules may be crazy, join us on Wednesday nights. Man, it's from an hour from your house. You don't have to drive anywhere. I love that. That's a great part. A Wednesday night for me is 6 hours. Well, right now, a Wednesday night is an hour and a half. Sunday mornings, man, it's an hour and we're done. Man, that's awesome. But man, join us if you can. Seriously, no pressure. Again, I know you have things going on, but I want God to use you, and I want you and your influence to rub off on our students because they need you. So that is all I have. I do want to ask, does anybody have any prayer requests? Anything that I can be praying about for you or for your family? You can either raise your hand or just wave in the camera. Go ahead, Ms. Sharon.
I just had recent blood work done because the numbers have elevated, which is part of like it falling into relapse for blood cancer. So can you pray about that so that the numbers go back down?
Absolutely.
And just be gone. Just be gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally. Anybody else?
Yeah, we have one.
Go ahead.
Just Erin transitioning from her current school and just us figuring out the next step, if that looks like going to grad school or going to another school or whatever that might look like as far as that next step.
Oh, totally. Anyone else? Go ahead, Arnold.
I got two things actually. So one, we're in the process of buying a house, and we're just looking for favor and direction as to how to handle it. It's we're hitting little bumps in the road here, the typical house buying thing. So just asking for favor and guidance.
Absolutely.
Number two, next week I have a couple days off here from work, working from home and everything. When I go back to work next week, I'm on the COVID response team. So just prayer for protection
Yeah.
and protection for me and the family, of course.
Yeah, totally. Totally. What else? Anything else? Sorry, I'm writing these down. I don't want to leave any of them out. I'm not just goofing off on my phone. Anybody else? Okay. Well, hey, let's pray. And again, if you want to get off, you're more than welcome to. If you want to stay on, we will play a round or two of Quiplash. But man, I want to pray for you before we go. And again, thank you so much for giving me 30 minutes of your time, 31 minutes of your time now. Man, I'm grateful for every second that we get together. And truthfully, even though there may be a sickness and a pandemic going on right now that is tossing this world upside down, God's kingdom is continuing to move forward. And I'm grateful for your investment into his kingdom, into his kids, and into their futures and their eternity. So, man, let's pray.